Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 and our European Journeyman series with Napoli. It is the 1st of December and today we're going to go right up to the winter break. We've got big games to come, starting with Novara away, then we've got Juventus away, which could be a match that will decide whether or not we'll be in this title race this season. Then we'll take on Valencia, and then it's Trapani Calcio in the league on the 15th of December, and that will pretty much take us up to the winter break. We'll have one more game after that, but it's against Trapani Calcio at the start of next episode. For this match, we do finally, after about a month or so, have a striker back in the team. Diabate can play up front, and hopefully that will fix some of the goal scoring issues we've had to this point. It also means that Bruma and Asensio are on the wings with Castellano, with Romero and Cubas. Then Husai, Ganuni, Mancini and Koulibaly are the back four with Murray in goal. Cavalli sends the ball forward for Novara. Polos into Antonsen. Gomez back to Kexakes. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that name. Kexkes, I think that is. Now Avila to Gomez, looking for Bamba. Ball been slipped through to Gomez. They've got two in the middle to aim at. Mancini does get it away. Castellano further out, but they're still coming at us with Antonsen. Now Polos goes for goal, but straight at Murray. Mancini plays the ball out to Koulibaly. Now it's Asensio. Puts the ball over the top. Diabate's in on goal. He takes a good touch, but it's then intercepted and we have a corner. Husai tries to send the ball over the top, but it's cut out by the defender. Castellano tries to do the same, and he's found Diabate, but it's saved by Rodrigo. Diabate on the attack. He's got a man to his left. He tries to push it wide for Asensio. He keeps the ball in, puts it into the middle. The defenders hit it off the post, and it's then cleared out by that same man, Cavalli. Koulibaly into Cubas. Now Mancini. Back out to Koulibaly. Romero. I can try and get the ball forward. He's turned away from the opposition goal though. Now Asensio can maybe slip the ball over the top. He's looking for Bruma. It's headed away. And they're on the attack here. Ignacio can't receive the ball. Mancini did well to cut it out. It's Koulibaly down the line for Asensio. Now sent back to the defender. Romero to Cubas. Over to Ganuni. That was a pretty tight ball there. Not far from the opposition striker. But Castellano in a good position. Perfect ball to Diabate. But he is looking very rusty today. 10 minutes left as we try and push for this breakthrough, but it's Novara on the attack again. Luis Ignacio in, but he's put that one over the bar. Less than 5 minutes of the normal time to go. It's Koulibaly into Balbuena. Ball over the top to nobody at all. Rodrigo then clears it further. Balbuena was challenging for the header and Koulibaly tries to clean up but can't retain possession. Antonsen will look to play this over the top surely. It's Manasaushi who loses the ball. Cubas finds Curo. Castellano in a great position. Two at the back post. He finds Diabate. And after struggling all night, Diabate finally runs into the goal. Touches it in from about 5 yards out and gives us that breakthrough. Well, for once it looks like we're the team getting the late goal that secures the points. After having that happen in our last two league games, we really needed this win. Diabate finally showing what we've been missing by not having that killer instinct in the final third. Last little chance here, cleared away by Aramu. We just need to keep them at bay for 15 more seconds as they look to charge forward. Cubas does his job, and we are almost certainly going to get the 3 points now. This is exactly what we needed to start this episode off. After that late win against Celtic, we've done the job in the league with another late win, and Diabate really coming back with an important goal. And we just need to hope Santa Maria gets back soon as well, and that Diabate can stay fresh heading into that winter break. There's a strong possibility ahead of this match with Juventus that the title race could actually come to an end. When we have a look at the league table, you can see that we are 10 points behind an unbeaten Juventus. And if they move 13 points clear, I don't see anybody catching them. It's very tight in the other positions in the league, including us in second place, but we do still have control of our own destiny, and holding on to second place is a minimum I would expect in this league season. We have historically done very well against Juventus. I think I lost my first match at Napoli to Juventus 6-1, but ever since then I think I'm right in saying we've won every single match we've played against them. So if we could do that again today, we would be in fantastic shape, and we for once have a fully fit team had disposal, the morale is not too bad either. So overall, we could actually be looking at an upturn in our form this season. But that could all go out the window. Juventus are a very different proposition to what they were in the last year and a half. So they could be very difficult to beat this year. So I am putting out the strongest team I can against Juventus. That means Diabate, Bruma and Asensio stay in their positions up top, with Castellano, Romero and Cubas also staying in midfield. It's then Traore, Gununi, Mancini and Koulibaly in the middle, with Murray in goal. Pellegrini with the throw-in, cut out by Koulibaly, but Ayer cuts out the ball with a header. Cubas does the same. Diabate tries to reach Bruma, and he has stolen the ball from Vasaico. He puts it inside, and Diabate there, anywhere but at the keeper. It would have been the lead, but he put it straight down Stamenkovic's throat. Bragança trying to come forward. Now Moran out to Vasaico. Puts it into Bragança. Now Berardi turns the defender, but Koulibaly does well. Here's Asensio looking over the top, finds Diabate. He's got a ball on for Castellano, who's in on goal, but he has lobbed it well over the keeper and the crossbar. Corner from Bruma, sent towards the back stick. Header comes out to Romero, puts it back into danger, and Cubas has just put that wide of the post, but there was an offside against Mancini as well. Koulibaly's throw looks down the line. Diabate can't quite get there. Pellegrini gets across. Now Stamenkovic sends the ball forward. Ball down to Bragança, who can cause problems. He finds Moran, taken away by Gununi, and he's released Bruma in the same process, cutting down that left side. Finds Diabate in the area, but Stamenkovic saves it. Diabate puts it across, and Pellegrini hooks it away from an incoming Asensio. Pellegrini with the throw-in finds Ayer. He puts the ball over, and Moran coming in has just bundled the ball over the line. It wasn't a clean finish, and we have been much the better team today, yet we find ourselves behind. Bragança with the free kick, short to Regani. Now Lemina, all the way back to Stamenkovic. Juventus not exactly playing it pretty right now. They do punt the ball forward. Header easily won by Mancini. Bruma can't keep the ball, but he has won it back. Romero trying to find Diabate, but the pass is just not coming off for us at the moment. Ball launched deep by Juve. Koulibaly cleans up. Murray. Forward to Mancini, who wasn't even looking the right way. Dybala, fortunately, has missed a pretty much open goal. Well, with 5 minutes to go, there's no doubt that Juventus are set to win this game. Lemina's shot just cleared away there. Bernardeschi had an open goal to touch into. I've not seen anything since Juve went ahead that indicates we're going to come back into this, but Balbuena clears a header. Pellegrini onto Bussato. Now Berardi trying to find Dybala. Mancini cuts it out well. Murray forward to Bruma. Is this our chance? Instead, he loses the ball. Still fighting for it though, Bruma. Here's Berardi, trying to cut through the middle of us. Gununi with it. Now Mancini to Romero. Balbuena. Diawara over the top looking for Bruma, who's done all the running today. He's got no support in there. He went for goal himself. I don't know why our strikers weren't keeping up with him, but the chance has gone. Well, it looks like our record against Juve is coming to an end, and it also looks like our title is very clearly not going to be retained. We're now 13 points off an unbeaten Juventus in Serie A. I just don't think that is something we'll possibly overturn. I know we were this far off AC Milan last season, but I think Juventus are so much a stronger team, and they always beat the small teams, and I can't see us doing that at the moment. There's 13 points after just 15 games between us and Juve. We'll keep plugging away at it, but I think my focus will be on the Champions League and trying to secure a top 4 finish. We'll also try and retain the TIM Cup for a 3rd season, I think. But if I've got a difficult Champions League game, I think I'll probably rest players in the league at this point. Our final Champions League group game is at home against former club Valencia, where anything but a defeat will see us win the group and go into the last 16 as a seeded team. That could be invaluable in trying to get a favourable draw, and it means we are going to put out our strongest possible team as well. It's a very familiar one with the same front 3 and midfield 3 as the last few games, except for Diawara coming in for Cubas. In defence, we get Husai back at right back, so Koulibaly moves into the centre for Mancini. Otherwise, it's the same team as before, and I'm hoping we can get a better result than we got against Juventus. Embolo's throw-in comes to Evander. Back to Florenzi, ball put in but cleared out by Traore. Now Marcos Alonso on to Fernandez. Now Rabiot. Through to Vargas, Mayoral. Back to Fernandez again. Looking for that penetrating pass, and instead they're forced back to Marcos Alonso. Fernandez over to Rabiot. Vargas looking for a Van der, but saved by Murray. Florenzi's free kick into the middle. Diabate away. Diawara chasing after the ball. He's got a couple of players over the top and he's found Asensio. He's in behind the defence. Can he get the shot away? It's saved by the keeper. Koulibaly forward to Romero. Asensio puts it over the top looking for Diabate, but it was a long way ahead of him. Keeper launches it forward. It's with Castellano. Traore picks up the ricocheted ball. He then plays it into Castellano. Skips one tackle into Bruma. Good position for Bruma. Nice angle as well, and I think it took a deflection off the defender, but it's gone into the back of the net after a brilliant run from him, and we have got the lead. Mayoral back to Evander. Now Fernandez. Trying to find Vargas down the left. He's got into the box. He's going to put the ball across, and it's an instant reply for Valencia. Briel and Bolo, not the tallest of players as far as I'm aware, but he's managed to put that header across the face of the goal and into the far post to level it up. There's just 10 minutes left, and as things stand, we will top the group, but if Valencia score again, and they're really pushing for it at the moment, then we will lose that position. Diawara cuts out a ball. Now Traore, back to Ganuni, over the top. Diabate's brought it down and taken a defender out of the game as well. Bruma is through on goal, but he's blasted that one high and wide. We are very close to an important result in our time at Napoli. Traore wins the header, just 90 seconds-ish left for us to play out. Bruma going on another run. He's found Asensio as well. Husai trying to get the ball into the box. He does do that, but it's easily cut out by Sabahatan. And we need to be careful. There's a minute of added time left between us and a place as a seeded team in the last 16. Evander picks up the ball inside to Rabiot. Out to Jose Gaia, one of our former wonder players. Into Fernandez, back to Evander. And just like that, a 93rd minute winner for Valencia is going to cost us our place in the last 16. There's nothing we can do about that now. We've got to hope that Arsenal did actually lose their other match, but last time I saw they were 2-0 up, so I think our chance is gone. Unless Diabate can do something here. Bruma picks up the ball, he's in on goal. That was so close. That defender with a last-ditch tackle has saved Valencia. And we have lost a game that we just couldn't afford to lose. I don't know how we've done that. But somehow, we're still top of the table. I thought Arsenal had more points than they did, apparently. We've managed to do it. They beat Celtic 5-0. I thought that would be us out of the top spot. But despite the defeat to Valencia, we've managed to do it. That's 3 teams tied on 12 points in that group, which I don't remember ever seeing in the Champions League. That is incredible stuff. If I can just find the group, look at that. And the goal difference as well would have made this group look a little bit different. Valencia were always up against it. They needed a favour from Celtic to go through, but that's a harsh way to go out. Celtic very much the whipping boys of the group. But we are lucky really to have gone through. It was that 3-0 win at home against Arsenal that did it for us. But that is the tightest finish to a Champions League group I've ever seen. The final match of this episode is at home against newly promoted Trapani Calcio. I'm expecting us to finally win a match after back-to-back defeats. The team's still in pretty good shape. For some reason, Murray, Husai and Koulibaly are all unhappy. I'm not entirely sure of the reason for that. Apparently Koulibaly wants to join a specific team. I'm not sure about Murray and Koulibaly, but hopefully that won't impact us too much defensively today. We should still be able to get the win. It's the same team that we've been playing recently with Castellano, Bruma and Diabate up front, then Curo, Asensio and Kubas in midfield, Traore, Ganuni, Koulibaly and Husai the back four, Murray in goal. Asensio bringing the ball forward. He's got players over to his right. He's still going himself. He's gone for goal as well, but Scouffé with a decent stop. Corner taken by Asensio. Looking for Koulibaly. His header has gone straight into the top corner. A very good header from one of our oldest players to give us that breakthrough at nearly 40 minutes into this game. Traore with the throw finds Kubas. Ball is ricocheted to Piu, who's attacking down the right flank. He's not got any support whatsoever right now, and he's had to go for a ridiculous shot which was nowhere near the goal. Traore playing the ball over the top. Castellano brings it down. He chips it into Diabate in a good position. He steps to the left, runs into the box, but is stopped by Scouffet. Bruma's corner into the middle, comes out to Castellano. Just 12 minutes left for us to see out. Curo from the edge of the area can't get his effort in, but Amigi finds the gap. Idrissa Diabate has claimed the goal. He must have got a touch onto the ball, but it's now 2-0. Well, this hasn't been the emphatic goal glut that I think we should be getting against a team like Trapani Calcio, but it is 3 crucial points that will really help the team and its morale. Also moves us back up to second, although Fiorentina can close that back and move us down to third again. Juventus actually being held to a draw by Novara, so we are just 11 points behind them now instead of 13, but still a long way to go. Well, before we end this episode, we do just have time for the Champions League knockout stages draw. It's a very tough draw as well. In the unseeded teams, we have both Barcelona and Real Madrid. Roma are in there as well, Porto in there, Benfica, our former team, are in there. We're hoping, obviously, for either Marseille, Porto or Shakhtar Donetsk. We can't draw the other two teams, so it'd be Barcelona or Real Madrid out of that otherwise. The seeded teams are all very strong as well. It's just a very tough Champions League draw. So let's go straight in there. Arsenal get PSG. So that's what we avoided by getting that one extra goal over the 2 legs with them. Next team is Roma. They pull out Manchester United. Marseille gets Spurs. Real Madrid, this is what we want to avoid, and that goes to Juventus. There is a big clash. Next up is Barcelona, again a team we really want to avoid, and it goes to our former team Monaco. So many heavyweight matches in here, but it means we should get a reasonably favourable draw. The last big one to avoid is our former team Benfica, and it goes to Man City. We've done absolute wonders there. We've got Shakhtar Donetsk, the easiest of all the draws, which should give us free passage into the quarterfinals. Some huge ties going on in here, so some big teams will be on their way out. I mean, it's the 3 right in the middle of the pack that are really interesting. Real Madrid and Juventus, Barcelona, Monaco, Benfica, Man City. They're going to be huge clashes. Arsenal PSG is another good one to have out. I mean, Roma, Man United, I think we can beat both those teams. Marseille and Spurs, I think we can beat both those teams. Porto we can beat, but I assume Bayern will go through in that match. But that is definitely something to look forward to going forward. If you've enjoyed this Champions League draw, do drop a like on the video. Next time we will be taking on Pescara, Calcio, Udinese, Lazio and Milan, and we'll be going all the way up to the January transfer window. So a lot to look forward to in the next episode. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe to make sure you see that when the episode comes out tomorrow. But until next time, see ya.